Hey, Eric.
Hey, Georgia. All right, tell me about that first that at bat in that second inning where you took it deep there for another home run.
I was just going in there with the same approach that I always do, trying to be aggressive, swinging at my pitches, and she gave me a pitch that I felt I could drive. So it was good.
Georgia, you had three RBIs again tonight. I believe you also had three last night and a homer. What's kind of gone into your game to make you so potent offensively?
We've been working a lot as a group to stick to our offensive plan and go after the pitches that we like, not give the pitcher anything. So we really work as a complete lineup to erode the pitcher and do our best job at making them throw to us. And I credit this whole group for what they do. The coaches, throwing us front toss, extra work every day. The girls staying after and throwing to each other, and we've just been putting in hours and hours of work, and I think it's paying off not only for me but the entire group.
Do you all feed off each other? I mean, Karissa hits the home run, then you hit the home run, Jazz hit the home run. Like if one gets going, does that feed off everybody else? Do you get a sense of that?
Absolutely. Passing the bat down the lineup for sure. And I think once you hit something hard off a pitcher, it's tough for them to keep coming back and throwing to this lineup, especially. So we definitely feed off each other, and we've been doing that all year. I mean, it's only second weekend, but it's exciting.
One more, a couple more actually. How do you feel at the plate compared to it last year? Right now, how do you feel right now where you felt a year ago?
Um, a year ago, I mean, right now I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling prepared more than anything. I just know that I've done the work when I get in the box. I'm not worried about who's throwing to me, what uniform they're wearing, what their name is. I'm just hitting my pitches. So I think I'm more comfortable and more prepared this year than I was last year. And I definitely think that's a cool thing moving forward, especially when we, come up against the teams that we're going to come up against. I'm really excited for that opportunity.
Last question from me. I know you're a big tennis fan. Roger Federer's not the Australian Open, but looks like they're going to finish that tournament. You got Djokovic still in there. You got Medvedev. You got Osaka winning the women's side. Have you followed it at all?
I have followed a little bit. I was a bit upset about Ash Barty getting knocked out,
Yeah.
but that's okay. You win some, you lose some, I guess.
That's sports for you, but you're winning more than most of them right now. Congrats.
Thanks, Elo.
Oh,
Hello.
hello. All right, Carissa, tell me about that pitch in the second inning there.
Honestly, I was just thinking just drive the ball gap to gap and it just ended up going over.
That got you going there. You had a big day there. Did that get you going there offensively?
Yes, I was just thinking of my team. I was like, we got this. Went in there. They're all pumped up and just kept carrying on. And Jazz ended up coming up, hitting a home run.
I was gonna say, does that feed? Do you all feed off of that? Do you sense that? Because you got to hit it, and then Georgia hits one, then Jazz hits one. Next thing you know, boom, double digits.
Oh, yes, most definitely. It's contagious. We stick to our plan and we follow it and go from there.
Tell me about G. What you saw, obviously catching her and her performance.
Oh, hitting her spots, just the pitch she wanted to pitch, it was there. Just moving the ball well, just getting outs.
What have you seen from the pitching staff? Obviously catching Aaliyah, yes, last night. You catching obviously G. Obviously, what have you seen so far through the season from the pitchers there? From what you've seen,
Just they're all different. Like they just have different plans and they all throw the same pitch, but it all moves different. So it throws the hitters off. So
how do you feel about your overall game right now compared to where you were a year ago when you were you knew you were going to be the starter. You were getting full-time playing time to now. You feel more confident in yourself now than you did maybe a year ago?
oh yes, most definitely. Just knowing our team, we just had depth. So just more confident, just pushing the other people.
What's the key now? You got one more here to wrap it up. You know they're going to come out with their best game tomorrow there to try to get a game. What's going to be the key there?
We're just gonna stick to our plan, just work from there. Don't change it to the pitcher, just be our best selves. We're playing ourselves.
All right, Carissa, congrats.
Thank
guys.
you.
Appreciate it. Good stuff, Chris. That was perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to go get coach. I will be right back.
Hello.
Hello. All right, Coach, congrats on the win. Another strong performance. Just tell me about the offense again. I know we talked about it last night, but second inning, Karissa gets it going, hits the home run. Jazz gets it going with that 2 RBI in the first inning. Just balance across top to bottom.
Yeah, I think what I was told, we had 5 runs with 2 outs today, and so when you have an offense that just doesn't stop and doesn't worry about how many outs you have, and where that pitcher has very good movement and up movement, and I thought we did a really good job of laying off the unhittable pitch and waiting for ours, and so it really shows to their discipline and their buy-in to what we're doing in our offensive plan. And I love how each of them eroded the pitcher, just pitch by pitch. So like Jada's at bat fed into Jazz's at bat in that first inning. Sorry, we got a little friend here.
Sorry, Coach, my connection is very unstable. Georgia and Jasmine have carrying up the last 2 games. What's been going on with them, and how have they been performing so well?
I think when you have to face all those hitters in a row, we moved Jazz up in the lineup because last year she did a really good job in the 9-hole, and so we just started her off there because she felt really comfortable there. But we just noticed that she wasn't getting opportunities to hit people in down there, and so we wanted to be able to turn the lineup over a little bit more and have opportunities for Jazz to be up when runners were in scoring position. So I think you have all those really strong hitters in that middle of the lineup with Jules and Georgia and Jada and Jazz and Shannon and Karissa. As a pitcher, you're just like, pick your poison, right? And so I think that's really feeds into it, is you have to work so hard to get each one of them out.
Are you a better base running team? Is this your best base running team of the 3 seasons you've been here? Because you've already got 17 steals on the season, had 3 today. I know you told me before the season you thought you would have more speed added to your offense, but is this even ahead of what you thought they would be? Because they've really been aggressive on the base pads.
It is. And again, like today, Jazz stole. So I think too, because we're swinging, our bats are swinging so big, and, we have the ability to hit a home run that I feel comfortable to, taking more opportunities to steal and not lay down bunts and things like that. But yes, we definitely have way more options on the bench and to bring in, and just in our lineup with the running speed.
Thoughts on G and her performance, and in general your pitching staff. When you have these long innings as a pitcher, that's kind of tough to sit there. It's a good problem to have because you're scoring a lot of runs and having support, but at the same time staying sharp, staying locked in. Give me your thoughts on G.
Yeah, with G, I thought she threw a great game, and despite the score, you can't take away from New Mexico State has a very good offensive lineup. And so even though they haven't, they didn't score as many runs as we did or close to that, that speaks to how well our pitchers throw and how successful they've been in the last 2 games, because their hitters can hit, they can swing it. And, they have always traditionally been very strong as far as that goes. But I like how G came out, and, I think we eliminate the walks. That's not normally what she does. But again, though, like you said, it's so tough having those longer innings, and for everybody, right? The umpires, everybody out there kind of seeing different things. So it took her a little while to settle in and find the strike zone. But once she did, I thought she closed out the game well.
Georgia, we kind of take her for granted now. 5 home runs early in the season. Teams are starting to walk her, which gives players like Jada opportunities behind her. Just talk about Georgia and how it's locked in, and the opportunities for a Jada that hits behind Georgia and others that hit behind Georgia, because they're going to get pitches.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we tell them. I think having Jules and Jada around Georgia really helps Georgia a lot, and especially if they're swinging and hitting the ball as well, for them to have to pitch to Georgia a little bit more. But it's like you said, she's going to have to learn how to, be patiently aggressive, or as I say, aggressively patient, because we don't want to be sitting out, if they miss one, she's going to go after it. But just keeping her sound and really focusing on just hitting the line drive back up the middle, because we know what home runs can do to swing sometimes. And so, but I would have to say that our home runs, especially today, were all line drives. So as a coach, I feel really good about it.
We talked before the season, Jazz had her best year last year. Well, she's off to her best start ever this year. Just talk about her. You've always believed in her. Even from when you got here, you hit her in the middle of the lineup, even when she went through some struggles and the adjustments. You must be proud, obviously, what she's done, but she's in a different zone right now.
Sure. You know what? I attribute what we had to do in the fall, having to face multiple pitchers on our team, but for multiple times and days. And typically, when our pitchers face our own hitters, we don't have as much offensive production because we have such strong pitchers. And our hitters learn to make those adjustments. And I feel like Jazz really learned what she can hit in certain counts. And so she's super aware of what she wants to hit. And it's not so much, okay, I'm going to go hit what the pitcher is trying to get me to do. And I just love how calm and quiet she is. And just, she's really, getting into her own as far as that goes, but just being comfortable. And I think too, last year really ties into, not taking anything for granted. Like, let's just go. And if we're going to fall, we're going to fall hard. Right. So,
yep.
But yeah, it's been so awesome to see her dialed in and having fun and playing so loose.
You got one more with them. They're going to come out with their best game here. They want to take a game here. They're going to be fired up. What's the message to the team here with the quick turnaround for Sunday?
Yeah, exactly what you said, Elo. I told them they're a very good team. Don't take it for granted. They're going to want to come and get one from us. And our pitchers have done a really good job of, keeping them off, limited runs and things like that. And so you got to keep attacking and don't let up.